Originally released in 2015 for mobile devices before eventually making it to proper gaming platforms the following year, Pac-Man 256 is a bit of an interesting concept. Take the 256 screens wall of glitchy garbage and turn it into an omnipresent gimmick for an endless game of Pac-Man. Well, okay, almost every Pac-Man game is pretty much endless, but Pac-Man 256 is one of those endless runner type games where you play to see how far you progress until you eventually die. And it's a rather intriguing twist on both formulas. See, it's pretty much classic Pac-Man fare, except your goal is not to clear the maze of dots, since that's rather impossible, but rather your goal is to avoid the rapidly approaching wall of glitches by moving upwards, all the while avoiding ghosts who will also end your game if you touch them. And as per tradition with most endless runners, you only have one chance, so if you screw up, it's game over. Fortunately, you have tools scattered about. In addition to the traditional power pellets that makes ghosts edible for bonus points, you could also pick up lasers to clear away ghosts at a distance, bombs that will detonate after a short period or if a ghost happens to touch you, that sort of gimmick. In addition, there are coins you could collect which are then used to incrementally upgrade your power-ups so that they either last longer or be more effective or whatever the case may be. Now, the one thing the mobile version has that this PC version that I'm looking at does not have is microtransactions. Buying extra credits with real money and having to sit through sponsored video content for a quote-unquote free gift. Here, free gifts are free gifts, because you already used real money to buy the game from the get-go, so no sitting through unnecessary videos for free stuff. They come when they come, and other stuff is gained through completing missions or trading in whatever in-game credits you find during the mazes for upgrades and stuff. Now, Pac-Man 256 is one of those games best suited for the mobile market. It's simple, straightforward, easy to understand, and ripe with opportunities to make a quick buck through microtransactions and stuff, which is why that version is free and this is not, because you don't have microtransactions here, and that's awesome. Take that, mobile gaming. Now, I can't speak for how well the mobile iteration of 256 plays since I've not touched that one, but it's safe to say that I won't be missing much, because I could play this game on a PC with a proper gamepad with proper tactile buttons, and that makes me very, very happy. And quite frankly, control is something I can't complain about. It works exceptionally well, there's not much to it, it's responsive so you can make quick moves quickly and easily. It just works, and we'll leave it at that. Also, this version of 256 has a co-op mode where you and a couple other buddies can try and escape the glitch wall together and stuff. That's fun for a lark if you could find someone else to play this with, I suppose. 256 has decent visuals, something of a nice little throwback of sorts with the retro-themed graphics while adding in minor special effects whenever a pickup is active or when the glitch wall is closing in on you. There's nothing fancy to it, gets the point across, and the scrolling and overall flow of the game is smooth and consistent. There's also a variety of different skins that you could pick from should you prefer a different visual style. There's the classic look, the Pac-Mania look, and a few other quirky ones like chickens and robots and things of that nature. These aren't drastic changes, they won't change the way the game plays or the way it sounds, it's just a skin and it works fine in that regard. Speaking of sound, it's fairly basic fare, with only the most minimal of musical cues to serenade the eardrums or pollute them if you prefer. There's a nice mix of classic sound effects and some more recent sounding sound effects that are crisp, clear, and gets the point across. A nice touch is the faint static noise caused by the glitch wall and serves as a nice indicator as to how close said wall is. It's not a necessity since it won't tell you anything your own eyes can't see for themselves, but the extra touch is novel and much appreciated. Overall, Pac-Man 256 is a nice little time waster for what's essentially a $5 game. For those who enjoy classic Pac-Man, this offers a nice little twist on the formula without changing too much of what made that formula work. And for those who enjoy endless runners, it's an endless runner but styled after Pac-Man, so that's something. The replay value might be a bit lacking due to the lack of diversity and variation in the gameplay, but for something you could pick up and play for a few minutes to pass the time, you could do much worse. All in all, this one's fine.